Yeah, so it's difficult to control, as you can imagine, because these thicknesses are so small. But it's created in a salt bath, so the titanium is submerged. Mark, what do some birds and anodized titanium have in common?
I have no idea.
They both utilize the illusion of color, so they're both not actually the color that they appear.
I mean, when I look at a titanium part and a bird feather, I think I see real colors. Tell me more about what you mean by that.
Yeah, so what I mean by illusion is the way the light reflects off of an anodized titanium surface. There's actually a layer of oxide on the surface of the titanium, and the light reflects off both this oxide layer as well as the titanium layer at different angles. So these light reflections interact, the wavelengths combine and cancel each other out in different ways, so actually different colors are produced based on that thickness.
And what kind of thickness then?
Yeah, so the thickness ranges. Naturally, titanium will produce an oxide layer that's quite thin, only about 20 to 25 nanometers thick. But with anodizing, you can produce a little bit thicker, between 30 to 55 nanometers thick, and you can get a whole range of colors in this small gap.
Wow.
Smaller than a human cell.
And how do you, so that's really, really thin. How is that process controlled, and how do you create these different layers and colors?
Yeah, so it's difficult to control, as you can imagine, because these thicknesses are so small. But it's created in a salt bath, so the titanium is submerged. The titanium acts as an anode, and a voltage is applied. So as the oxygen molecules accumulate on the outside of that titanium surface, that titanium oxide layer gets thicker, and you progress through the color spectrum from gold all the way up to green.
Got it. Gold to green. So are there an infinite number of colors? Is there some limitations there?
Yeah, not quite. So not all colors can be produced. Red is one of them that is actually impossible just due to the physics of the light. You can get pretty close, like a magenta or a pink, but just based on how the light rays interact, red is not possible for anodized titanium.
And why is that useful for medical device designers?
Good question. So the color is used in a lot of ways, but one big one is with usability. So things like anodized titanium bone screws and drill plates can be used to differentiate between different sizes or left and right for anatomical features, and it really helps with the safety and the effectiveness of the device.
Is there any drawbacks, like any biocompatibility issues or challenges with this?
Not with titanium. So often for anodized aluminum, they'll dye it. But with titanium, because of this illusion of color, we don't actually have to use dyes. So it's more biocompatible for that reason.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's great.
No problem.